Hi, sweetheart. Good morning. How are you doing? You having a good day today? Who's your sweetie pie? Hi. 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 You want to say hi to everybody? Hi, everybody. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another video. My name is Tom. Thank you for joining me here today. Oh, gosh. The last few days, it was so warm, so nice. Today, we are in the winter zone again. And I think all these birds are going to file protests here in the next day or so because the temperatures are really going to get cold here. I do have the Duchess here. She's sitting over here because it's dry over there. And I've got the EUV here. As always, beautiful car. Fantastic car. Actually, today it surprised me a little bit. I got in, it was pouring. The car was already on because I remote started it to get the heated seats going and heated steering wheel. Came out, put it into drive, and then the windshield wipers took off. It was really interesting because I wasn't expecting it. It wasn't something that I had thought that I had turned on, but it turns out the feature is on by default, and automatic wipers are a thing in this car. So we are here to enjoy the early morning coldness. Not really, because it's kind of wet and damp, but you know what? It is what it is. I did want to share with you guys that we are heading up in the EUV to Charlotte, North Carolina, about 90 minutes or so away, tonight for a family dinner that we'll share with you guys. We'll take you guys along. I was going to do the original hood cam and all that stuff, but because it's raining, I don't want to abuse my cameras too much, so I'm going to just mount the camera inside here and take you guys along. Maybe I'll do another camera out the back window or something. I don't know. Just trying new things, trying to get better shots, better content, that kind of thing. Trying to work the old noodle for some creativity, if you know what I mean. So we'll see how that goes. The car is functioning fantastically. I have zero complaints about it. And I actually am having a tough time finding more bugs with it, which is weird because in the old car there were like 8. This one has 1, and that's the camera one that I already shared with you guys. Duchess is over here on guard because our neighbor's dog is barking, and she's debating if she wants to have a conversation or if she just wants to kind of let it go. She let it go. That's interesting. Good girl, Dutchie. Oh, you're looking where mommy's car was parked. My wife's car was parked there before she took off to do her errands. And I know Duchess misses her every time she goes. She drives off. She'll smell where she was. So I'm really kind of bummed out that the schedule this week got away from me. Because I did have it in my mind that I was going to finish off the grass. I did mow where I could, but there are places I can't get under, like underneath this tree. The rollover protection system just started tearing into this tree. That bar that's on top of Kubo, that thing. Yeah, it started tearing into this tree, so I didn't go under it too much, and you can see that there's a ton of grass there. There's also, edging that needs to be done. But I did just notice something, and it kind of annoyed me. I mentioned in that video that I adjusted those wheels so that it wouldn't do this. And guess what? It did this. It scalped this part of the grass. And actually, for the rest of it, it actually did really well. This part, on the other hand, I think it's just so uneven here that the blades just chopped it all off. So I'm gonna have to either raise it up some more. I don't know. Those wheels are pretty high up. You can kind of see here, if you're looking, see the distance between the deck and the floor. Plus the blades are a little bit higher up underneath there. So I think at some point you just need to deal with the fact that it's going to scalp in some places where the ground might be a little bit, you know, concave. But I never got to get the weed whacker out, so I still have this mess to deal with. There's a whole bunch on the front that I couldn't get with Kubo 2, so I was actually going to shoot a video of that. It was actually going to be in the same video that we mowed in, but that never happened. And to be honest, I never got the weed whacker out. It's still in the same spot that it was when I shot that video. But I'll show you what I got for it, because it's kind of a must-have for when you have these kinds of appliances at home. This is a 50-to-1 mix. This is fuel and oil. It's ethanol free. This is for 2-cycle engines. Don't ever put this in something like a lawnmower, because unless it specifies it. But this is what allows those things to run, like a weed whacker or a chainsaw or like a hedge trimmer, I guess, because they don't have an oil tank. You know, they don't have a reservoir for oil, and you need oil in an engine to function properly. So this fuel has both in it, and it lubricates the cylinder chamber as it goes. I also got some cheapo spool for it. This is a 0.95 inch. I don't know what these are made out of. Some kind of plastic. Just generic trimmer line, made in the USA, of course. It's got an interesting shape to it. Actually, here's a better picture of it, of what it looks like. It's supposed to be really good. I went to our local hardware store, not like Home Depot or Lowe's or any of that. Small, kind of like one of those do-it centers. And I talked to the guy, and he highly recommended that particular package. And I think it was only $3. So I'm not going to cry about it if it's a horrible string. But we're going to feed that. There's going to be a video on how I do that. How I take the head off and spool in new string, because it is a process and it's kind of a pain. There are some tricks to it. I've never mastered them, so it is what it is. Kubo's still dirty because, as you guys know, you should never put water to a hot engine. So I typically wait for it to cool off, and then when the occasion arises, I'll wheel it out here, I'll let it roll out, and then I'll hose it off right here. So that's probably going to happen later on after I finish this week. Let's just do it like that. Maybe I'll clean it off tomorrow, because I'm done for at least a week with it for at least a week anyway. So that's you. Do you have anything to tell the people? Huh? Do you have anything to say to the people? No? It's okay. I think she's horrendously scared of cameras, because every time I put the camera in front of her, she doesn't like seeing herself. So it is what it is. Everybody's got their thing. And if her thing is that she's scared of cameras, I'm okay with that. Oh, don't be so stressed out. Don't be so stressed out. It's okay. It's okay. Who's a good girl? She's a good girl. So yeah, I think that pretty much covers things. Things have been pretty quiet. I had a lot of work. This week was crazy, packed with work. Lots of new, things in cybersecurity that I had to wrap my head around, and just general procedural changes and policies that are being adjusted, if you will, just to combat the day-to-day, just the landscape of hacking and intrusion and stuff like that. Trying to be on the forefront of things, trying to make sure that the systems we manage don't get ransacked. But yeah, things have been pretty busy. But other than that, it is a beautiful morning, and I think I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to probably, I need to get my hair cut at some point. Maybe I'll do that today. I'll wait for my wife to get back so that way Dutch isn't alone, because I don't like leaving her alone, even though she does pretty good. We have that steel crate that she actually does really good, and it's really large. It's, I think, 4 feet wide, like 48 inches wide, and it's got a nice pad, and she does pretty good at sleeping in it, but I still don't like leaving her alone. You know, that's just, she's a family member. She shouldn't be alone. Besides, I'm not even sure she understands why she's being left alone. So I feel like that causes her extra stress and anxiety, because we're always around her, especially with me working from here now. Oh, look at that. A little bit more damage from the wind. I think, I don't know if I can pop that back on or not. I can't do it because my ladder doesn't reach that, but maybe I can figure out a way, because if wind gets in there at some point, it'll just rip it right off. So I gotta handle that. Our roof survived the storm that came through last week. So other than that, I think that's it. Dutchie, what do you think? Dutch, what do you think, chica? Huh? She's like, I'm gonna investigate some smells. All right, guys. Well, we're gonna plug you guys in for our trip tonight to Charlotte, and hopefully I'll get that video up somewhere after midnight tonight, because that's how I roll. And you guys are awesome. Keep going down in the comments, leave me your thoughts, and yeah, you guys have a great day. And as always, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.